Hey shooters, talking Smith 22s today. These are a couple of mine out of my collection. These are some models that have been discontinued since '96. You might see them in stores. I would highly recommend picking them up. They're very good shooters, and they got some unique features to them that we'll chat about real quick. So this here's a 422 6-inch barrel. This here is a 22-13, which is a 3-inch barrel. There's also a 4-inch version that I do not have, but they all are based around the exact same similar action. So there's a few versions of this too. This obviously is a blued version here. There's also a stainless slide and a silver version like this. There's also a full stainless and even a vent ribbed version, which are pretty rare. You may recognize what's unique about these guys is the placement of the barrel. The barrel is actually down on the bottom, not typically up on the top above a recoil spring. So what that does is, and I'll make sure everything's clear here. So you can see here's the chamber and nothing up here, barrel's down there. I've got threaded adapters on both of these. One of my buddies bring over their 22 suppressors. So what's cool about those, even if you do have a fairly large suppressor, you still get all of your sight picture because of the mounting of the barrel. Again, same with this is the 6-inch version. I like the 6-inch a little bit better. It's a little bit better shooter. The longer sight radius gives you a lot better accuracy at distance, and we'll go shoot it here in a minute. Just a couple other differences. The sights are slightly different. One of them is looks like you can drift new sights in, although I've never looked for new sights. But the 422 has a milled sight here. A little bit different trigger guard as well. One's rounded. I don't know if this was ever intended to be a pocket, like a self-defense gun or not, but you might recognize the action from the old model Smith 61 Escorts, which are a little bit bigger, actually about the same size as this. The lines were a little different, and I think those had some issues with reliability, but these guys here have been 100% reliable. When they first come out in '87, from '87 to '92, they shipped the large ones here shipped with a 12-round magazine. You can see the 12 there, orange follower. '92, when California did their 10-round mag limit, they changed production to a 10-round mag. So they went to this larger black follower with I think it's so you got a little bit of a kind of a spacer down there at the bottom that limits it to 10. So if you see these mags, if you see orange, buy it. Okay. So, and then here's the 8-round mag and again, our orange follower. It comes with the little 22-13 here with a 3-inch barrel. But one good thing, look at that, works fine with both. Okay. These are also Smith & Wesson 41 mags. Obviously the 41 is a completely different gun, but these are the same mag, so if you see 41 mags, they will also work. I added a little bit of a piece of foam and some grip tape at the bottom just to aid, when you seat the mag, because they were flush. Sometimes you don't hit it all the way in there. I'll show you real quick how to take it apart before we shoot. So the way they advertise it is you take a spent 22 shell and you put it in there, and what that does, it takes pressure off the recoil spring. I went ahead and made me a little tool here, measured the length of a 22 shell, and I use this little tool here. So you put it in there and it takes pressure off, and then this little piece here will slide up and off, and then you can pull everything apart. Pull out your recoil spring, comes up and out, and there you go. It's disassembled. So instead of traditional rails, this is your rail. This cylinder here, and you can see there's a corresponding cut in the slide, so that just sits right in there and it slides there. Pretty easy to reassemble. Of course, I had to make me a holster for my large one here, so that's an outside the waistband holster I made for my 6-inch version. And then the must-have accessory is a Mcfadden lightning grip loader. This obviously has it's got the Smith 41 head on it, and these are fantastic. All you do is shake, clip it in. Look at that, 10 rounds just like that. So if you only have a few mags, you can really load them quick like that. All right, let's get out the range and shoot them. All right, we're out at the range with the Smith 22s. A couple things I didn't show you at the bench. The mag release is in a little bit of a unique spot. It's actually right there. It's not in your traditional thumb spot. It's at the front of the front strap. Also, they do have a manual safety. Down is fire, and also there's your slide stop right there. Also, one thing I've noticed when in shooting, if you have a good modern proper grip, your thumb is going to hold down the slide stop, so you're not going to get it locked back on empty like it should from the factory. Not a big deal, but just FYI. So, got I think it's a 12 round in here. Nope, just a 10 round. I've got a few 12s, a lot of 10 round magazines, but we're going to shoot some on the close steel. I'm actually going to aim dead center of this C-zone target right here in front of me. We're right about 8, 9, 10 yards, somewhere like that. So you see it didn't lock back. Great trigger on these guys. It'll lock back if you rack it. Great trigger. I didn't put a gauge on it, but it's really nice. It's relatively short reset. Nice pull. To me, much better than the other most factory guns you'll get in 22 these days. So let's play around a little bit. Okay, that's empty. Let's try at distance. We'll try the orange still out there, the orange gong right in front of the little berm there, the little wall I built. So that's right about 50 yards from here. Let's see what we can do. All right, about 7 out of 10. Sights are pretty standard stuff. I put some red paint up on the front of mine here just to be able to pick up that front side a little bit better. Let's swap over to the little guy here, the 2213. Already got the 8-round mag in. A little bit different accuracy. You can really tell with the accuracy with the long barrel. Again, here's a 10-round magazine, so it's going to protrude a little bit. You can just get enough of a full grip on it, just barely. Also, one thing I've noticed, if you're going to practice weak hand shooting, you really got to watch that thumb. You do not want to lay that thumb up like that because you're going to catch a hot piece of brass right on the tip of your thumb. Ask me how I know. Again, locks back when you don't have your finger there. We'll go one more round. Here's a 12. We'll do one of each. I think I got one more mag or two in my pocket. Another 12 round. These guys on the used market, this guy I think you probably find about $350, maybe $400. The smaller ones are a little bit harder to find. The mags for the smaller one, the 8-round mags, are impossible to find. On Gun Broker, they're probably $100 a piece. So if you run across any 8-round mags for the small one, buy them for me, please. But the good thing is, again, you can use the big mags in there. Oh, got a bad round there. Again, I hadn't said that. I'm shooting bulk ammo, just cheap. I think this may be. Helps if I aim. Blazer, I'll show it locked back one time. Just cheap Blazer, 38 grain, 40 grain, whatever it is. Just your bulk pack Blazer. All right, I got 2 mags full left. Let's Let's do some. I'll show you shooting from the side. Finishing up with the Smith 22s. I'm gonna go a mag dump with my 422 here. If you see one of these and you like 22s, I think these are a fantastic deal. Get one if you can. Thanks for watching.